In talking about mission, Tony asked that we would share briefly about the last week and a half of our lives. As many of you know, we've been in the adoption process for a number of months, and that's been a 5-year dream, and we've been in it for just a little while now. On September 30th, we got an email from our agency, and it just said, urgent, baby girl born on September 7th at 26 weeks gestation. She has a level 4 brain bleed and is going through heroin withdrawals. Email back if interested. And so we just kind of said, well, we're interested, and replied. And then they replied back with a one sheet from the hospital with more details about what all of that means, what heroin can potentially do to a baby's development, what the brain bleed can do. And a lot of it ultimately meant a potential for serious disabilities, even cerebral palsy. And they said, email back if you're still interested. So we prayed about it. We started asking family to pray. And then we told them, yeah, we're still interested because this is God's heart for adoption. It's love. It's welcoming into a family, even if it's not convenient. And so we just said, yeah, we're interested. Another dynamic in our lives that kind of pulled us this direction to say, yes, we're still interested in this quote-unquote special needs adoption is Northeast, and just the stance there. The songs we sing at Northeast, the conversations we have, the hopes and dreams we have, all indicate that the beautiful way of Jesus does the impossible. It moves into where redemption is needed. It doesn't shy away from the difficult because we believe God is kind. We believe that Jesus is King. And if that's true, then he makes much out of difficult and scary situations. So we felt like the default posture of Northeast kind of encouraged us to lean into this, to just have the default be, we're going to lean in and ask God to redirect if this isn't what he would have for us. And it just became clear that, yeah, this is the way of Jesus, is moving towards this girl, is going toward her to adopt her, aware of the risks, knowing that there's a lot of unknowns, but trusting that this is where he shines brightest and purest. And so then we started to view this as an opportunity rather than just a scary situation.
Yeah, and we have been scared. It has been a little bit fearful for us. Mainly there's a lot of unknowns. But, in that fear, we've been praying that God would just give us peace if this was the right thing for us to do. And in our time of reading Scripture and praying, and especially our time at Northeast worshiping with all of you, we felt overwhelming peace about this, and even joy. And we began to become very excited about the possibility to adopt this little girl, even with so many unknowns. And so we decided to go for it. We decided to come out here, and we're now in Wichita. And on our day of leaving, it was pretty quick. It was just a few days that we had to make that decision. We felt just very, very encouraged by all of you, by words of encouragement, by people coming to our home and praying with us, speaking truth to us. People helping us financially. One way is just to help us to fly back and forth as we will be here for the next, like Krista said, 6 to 8 weeks. And so, me going back and forth to Fort Wayne, we won't be apart from each other for very long. And so, in all of that, we've just felt a lot of encouragement. And last Sunday, Josh was talking about submitting to the process, and we felt in that moment that we just needed to really submit to trusting that God had He had goodness for us. He has joy for us in our life, and He has goodness and joy for little Eden's life as well. And so we felt an overwhelming peace to come out here.
So 2 days ago, we met our little girl, and we named her Eden Lenore. And she's doing well. She was born at 1 pound 14 ounces, and now she's up to 3 pounds 1 ounce. And she's just days away from getting off her CPAP machine, which is breathing assistance. We're praying for miraculous healing, and also just knowing that even if he does not heal in that way, that she is going to be our delight, which is what Eden means. And that's because he is good, not because situations are easy, but because he is good. And so we thank you, Northeast, for sending us out just in prayer and in encouragement, and just the encouragement you continue to offer while we're here. And yeah, we're over our time limit, but we're grateful for you, and I know Eden will be thankful for you and for the many, many little friends that she will have at Northeast. So
We really miss you guys this morning. We wish we could be there.